for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Murray. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Cousins. That's going to be caught. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which his offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kene Nwangu taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a lawn chair. Murray going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
First carry for James Conner. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Murray now. Going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Cardinals 9.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Cousins now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. J.J. Watt drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
29-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding the 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. To throw, it's Murray. He's got it to Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Murray going to hold on to it once more. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It'll be a pickup of 16, but that remains short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran him in the field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Line to the right. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Yo! Hey, receiver!
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll fire it deep for Reagor. Touchdown, Vikings! Jalen Reagor, 45 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0.
17.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. Finding space at the 40 and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Arizona.
Murray now on 1st down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack.
They've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Harrison Smith.
A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at half.
And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
As the 1st half is winding down.
And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find
Murray fighting, lost the football, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Jalen Reagor
in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty. Four seconds, all that remain here this 1st half as the kick gets away.
And
this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. Looking deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Another run now for Nwangu. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Cousins now from the 50. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On play action, it's Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He's got room at the 30, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. To try again after the sack. Murray. He's got it. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Connor. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Murray on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kyler Murray scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
Makes the score, Vikings.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Cousins to throw it.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Handoff right side to Wangu.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Now Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nwangu saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
And the Cardinals first down.
Now Murray. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Off the play fake, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 30 before being taken down. They got 29 yards at time. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
throwing is Cousins. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Cousins.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. On the give is Nwangu.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a give, running left is Nwangu.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?